Welcome to Cryptowise, a couple of wise guys talking crypto. Hello, Cryptowisers. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Milton, and I will be your captain for this episode. Guys, what an absolutely incredible time to be in crypto. I hope you guys had as good a day as I did yesterday watching Bitcoin get close to its old all-time highs. That was exciting, and it's just the beginning because we are just entering this bull run, which means that the next few months, 2 years possibly, are going to be pretty exciting. And we all know that the altcoins are going to start moving now that Bitcoin is starting to get to that old all-time high. These are going to be some exciting times. So I am thrilled that you are joining us here at Cryptowise to talk some crypto. Okay, today I am going to be taking another extensive look at a very popular crypto project. But I have a confession to make, Cryptowisers. This is a project that I have completely ignored until this week. It's a project that has had so much hype. Sometimes I'm a little too busy looking for those low cap gems, and I will just ignore the major hyped projects. This one's been around a couple of years, and I have been ignoring it this whole time. But really, guys, on Live Coin Watch, there's almost 4,000 crypto projects, and there's going to be new ones flooding into the market this bull run. I don't care who it is, if it's someone on YouTube or some bigwig somewhere, if they tell you that they know everything there is to know about all of these crypto projects, they are lying. Do not listen to them. But this has been the perfect time to do what Milton calls the old circle back. Because really, you can have a look at pretty much any altcoin. You can open one up at random, look at the chart, and in the last 90 days, you'll see that they had a big pump and that they've come back down to earth. So this really isn't the time to be looking for low market cap altcoin gems. This is a great time to be able to get into the more established altcoins that have been taking a beating the last couple of months, but that you know have a little less risk than the smaller coins to pump huge this bull run. And so that's what Milty has been doing. He's been looking into some of the projects, the bigger projects that he's ignored up until now. And I am so glad that I did, because today we are looking at Thorchain and its Rune token. The only difference with Rune is that it is getting closer to those all-time highs, sitting at around 86 cents right now. So it has gone up a lot in the last couple of weeks. So sure, Milty wishes he looked at this a little bit sooner, but we have still not even entered altcoin season. So this project, like many others, have a chance to pump huge over the coming months. But first, of course, before we jump in, we're going to take a look at it and see, is it worth investing in? But first, if you're new to the channel, why don't you take a second and hit that subscribe button? You do not want to miss any of these videos coming up. Not in a bull run, guys. That's not a good idea. So hit subscribe, join the other Cryptowisers. It really helps the channel. It helps people find us. So I really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. Okay, without further ado, let's take a look at Thorchain. I have to say, guys, I'm really glad that I gave Thorchain another chance, because it is not what I expected. I had no idea what it was, and it's a really cool project. Honestly, I think I didn't give it a chance because the name, it just sounded gimmicky. It was at the height of Marvel, and I was thinking Thor, like this Thor. But of course, the comic book Thor is based on the Old Norse god Thor. And really, they're both pretty cool. But come on, guys, this old school, weird retro Thor, now that is Milty's style. So I've come full circle. I accept the name. I actually think it's pretty cool. But more importantly, the project itself is nothing what I thought it was. Because it's called a chain, I just assumed it was another blockchain. And if you watched my previous video on Elrond, you know my thoughts on how many blockchains I think will succeed. And so I never gave Thorchain a chance. But what Thorchain actually is a decentralized liquidity network. Thorchain is a decentralized cross-chain liquidity network with no pegged or wrapped tokens. So what does that actually mean? Well, in this old Q&A, the Thorchain team describes it like this. It's simple. Thorchain will connect all blockchains together in a massive marketplace of liquidity where hodlers can turn their unproductive assets into productive ones by staking and providing much needed liquidity to swappers via manipulation-resistant CLPs. All this in a permissionless, trustless, non-custodial setting, swaps from BTC to ETH, ETH to XMR, even ERC-20 tokens to BEP2 assets can be achieved at fair market prices and low fees. Nothing exists quite like it. So in reality, Thorchain's closest compatible is actually Uniswap. And I had no idea. And of course, look, there are tons of other projects trying to recreate the magic of Uniswap, offering different variations on it. It's not like there's not going to be any competition. Don't get me wrong. Thorchain has a ton of competition and it's a hugely ambitious project, so there's a lot of risk involved. This is from Box Mining's website. If you guys don't watch Box Mining, he's a great crypto YouTuber. Make sure you check him out. So on his website, he's got a great article here on Thorchain, and under what is Thorchain, he describes it like this. First imagined in 2018. This is amazing to me, guys, because it reinforces the idea that back in the ICO era, all those projects that were launching as ICOs and ones that came after it, like Thorchain, they've been envisioning this DeFi craze for a long time, but we didn't actually see it take off until this year. These things take time. So imagine that was 2 years ago. Think where we are going to be 2 years from now. Anyway, I digress. Thorchain offers a wide range of services on its decentralized, permissionless network. It allows for swapping of assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum, as well as providing continuous liquidity pools for users. The platform uses a cross-chain and can be used on any blockchain with any asset, unlike other decentralized exchanges. And that is the big thing that makes Thorchain different. Now, there are a lot of DeFi players on Polkadot that also claim that they're going to be able to do this. And who knows if Thorchain will actually be successful or any of these other projects, but I think the first to market who's able to do this to make swapping any asset from any blockchain easy peasy, that project will no doubt be top 10, top 20 market cap. I am convinced of that. Thorchain's consensus is proof of stake, like many other projects, and is built on Tendermint, with network validators required to bond or lock up their native token, Rune. Another big difference from Uniswap is the way the token Rune is used in Thorchain. Rune is available through Binance Chain. The token is a BEP2 token. The Rune token is used in all liquidity pools and is bonded by nodes. So unlike Uniswap, where each pool has two different tokens, let's say ETH and Ample, and you just swap one for the other and each pool is separate, so that this pool would have a bit of ETH and a bit of Ample. So if you had ETH and wanted to trade it for Ample, you would do that. Or if you had Ample and wanted to trade it for ETH, you could do that. My understanding is that Rune is part of each liquidity pool, and I'll be walking you through that later in the videos. Other aspects of the utility for Rune is it's an important part of the Thorchain security. This is because it protects against malicious actors by offering them a larger benefit for liquidating than they would receive from corrupting the system, as nodes earn 2/3 of the system income. Thus, all transactions using Rune on the system have double the amount at 67% to 33% ratio. And that other third is for liquidity providers. Rune has a total supply of 500 million tokens. And out of that 500 million supply, about 218 are circulating right now. We also didn't look at the market cap. The market cap for Rune right now is hovering around 200 million. So like I said, it's a big, ambitious project. It already has a big market cap. So it would have to be really successful to make huge gains during this bull run. But it's such an ambitious project. There's definitely a chance that this could be one of the biggest crypto projects this bull run. Another thing that Thorchain has going for it is its loyal community. It definitely has its share of believers. Now, you got to be careful with this. It's a double-edged sword. Sometimes there are huge hyped projects that have great communities, but nothing real underneath. So I'm just saying be careful. But obviously, I like to look at what the community is for each project. I've talked about this in previous videos. One of the tools I like using is Lunar Crush. It gives you all the data about social engagement for each project. And again, you have to make sure priority number one, is this project real? What are the fundamentals like? What is the technology like? But there is no denying that a good, strong, loyal community helps these projects. One of the things I like that's on Lunar Crush is this most influential section. You can see from social media who is the most influential for each project. These are some of the names for Thorchain. And what I like to do is follow, or at least keep an eye out on some of the main influencers. Do they know their stuff? Do I respect their opinion? I'll follow them on Twitter, or not even follow them, but just look at their feed every once in a while. Now you got to be careful here too, because everyone is going to be shilling for their coin, but you can get a lot of information on who are the people who like a certain project. So these are some of Thorchain's biggest influencers. I have it here on most influential for the last 3 months. I like looking at different timelines. You can look at the last week. These are the people talking about Thorchain for the last week. People like The Real LL Capo de Tutti, you got Meow Brains, Mr. Business Intelligence, but I also like looking at the long term. 3 months is a good one, even going a year, seeing who was in on this early. And here you'll see people like Crypto's Batman, Johnny Z Cash. And then from most influential, you can also look at most followers. Who are the accounts on Twitter with the most followers that like this coin? Anyway, guys, this is a great tool that I like to use just to get a sense of the community. Now, as I said, this is step one. Step two is going on Twitter and actually following them, seeing what they say and all that kind of stuff. Don't just go off of followers. That's one for sure, because that can be deceiving. And just always be careful. Know they are going to be shilling this coin. If they like it, it means they own it and they're going to be shilling it. That's not necessarily a bad thing, of course. It shows that they believe in the project, but just be careful, because there have been lots of projects in the past with people who shill, and it's just a pump and dump scheme. So careful, but this is one of the research tools that I like to use. And overall, Thorchain definitely has a large loyal following, and I do like to see that. Now, one of the things I don't love about Thorchain is that it's a pseudo-anonymous team. Now, they're trying to convince me and you that this is a strength, and I've seen a lot of other projects with anonymous teams try to do this as well. They say that the team is mostly pseudo-anonymous to protect the project, that transparency is demonstrated in other facets, the treasury, code, research, and that eventually it will be a decentralized project and therefore the team won't matter. And all of this is true to some degree, but obviously the strength of a project is only as strong as its core team. In a lot of ways, what you're investing in is that team. Are those people, are they good at what they do? Do you believe they can make this project successful? And so when it's an anonymous team, you gotta be super careful. For the most part, I try to stay away from projects with anonymous teams. I do, however, make some exceptions. Now, doing some digging, I found on ICO Bench that they did have a team listed for Thorchain. I don't know how reliable this information is, but if you want to go there and have a look, you can check out who they say is part of the Thorchain team. Most of the people here do have LinkedIn profiles that you can check out. So I would recommend, if you're thinking about investing in Thorchain, have a quick peek here. I can't verify this information, but I found it somewhat useful. Okay, let's have a quick look at their roadmap, see what they've done so far, see where they're going, and see where they're at. What I do like about the project is it did start a while ago and they seem to be fulfilling their promises. Where they are now is here, the multi-chain chaos net. As I said, I'm coming to this project late. They do have a very ambitious project right now that is working in beta version. So right now it is built on the Binance Chain, and eventually from there they will be launching the mainnet. And the goal for this would be to happen in the next few months. So this could be a decent time to get into Thorchain. So let's look at this chaos net, what it is, and how it works. So the working project you can try now is called Bepswap. Bepswap is Binance Chain's first decentralized finance application, allowing BEP2 token holders to swap their assets or stake them to provide liquidity to the market. And it's powered by Thorchain technology. And again, here it says that Bepswap is Uniswap for Binance Chain. For token users, you can instantly swap assets in your wallet or swap and send them to a friend at market prices. For token holders, you can stake BNB and BEP2 tokens in liquidity pools and earn commissions on every trade. For traders, you can monitor pool prices via API or the interface and earn by trading the pools to correct prices. And for token projects, connect to Bepswap to swap tokens for your dApp and stake your treasury for deep liquidity. Bepswap is powered by a Cosmos SDK state chain. So we actually haven't talked a lot about Cosmos on this channel yet, but it is a great blockchain project. As you know, if you watch the channel, I love Polkadot and therefore have kind of ignored Cosmos a bit, although I know it is a great project. So I'm eager to learn more and we'll be talking about it more on this channel. So again, guys, if you're used to Uniswap, Bepswap is essentially Uniswap for the Binance Chain. It is still a beta project right now, but it is fully operational. As you can see, the volume has gone up dramatically this month because people are starting to use this product. Here are the various pools that you have, and you can use the Binance Chain to add liquidity or to do swaps, whatever you want, just like Uniswap, but again, for the Binance Chain. Now, I gotta say, learning about this project made me very excited about Thorchain. This is much more than I actually thought it was. And the fact that they have this up and running on Binance Chain already and that I can play around with it, try it out, is a definite plus about Thorchain for me. And again, it's called Bepswap or BEP swap, but if you go onto Thorchain, they call it ChaosNet. This is essentially their way of being able to test this project on Binance Chain until they move it over to Asgard DEX, which will be their mainnet. And they already have a testnet of Asgard up. You can see here, it looks almost identical to Uniswap, and this is what the project will look like when it moves over. And again, the plan to launch this is sometime in early 2021. But I think the idea is that Bepswap will continue even after they have launched Asgard DEX. It will just live on the Binance Chain, whereas Asgard DEX will be on their own blockchain. Back about a year ago, they replied to this question: Bepswap state chain will become Thorchain's mainnet, and they said no. Bepswap mainnet and Thorchain mainnet are two different things in our roadmap. It's when we launch our Thorchain mainnet in 2020 that we will be swapping our token to our own blockchain. Bepswap will be launched in about a month and is an important part of our ecosystem moving forward. Anyway, guys, I know that I promised that I would be showing you how to actually use Bepswap in this video, but this video is getting a bit long, so I'm going to leave this video as a look into Thorchain, the project, but I will release a companion video to this video that shows step-by-step how to use Bepswap if you're interested. Because I gotta say, guys, Milty is very intrigued by Thorchain. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna dip my toes into Bepswap, see how it works, and I'll show you guys how I do it so that you can learn from any of my mistakes. But lesson learned here for Milty, guys: never judge a book by its cover or a crypto project by its name or its hype. I'm really glad I did the circle back. I'm really intrigued by Thorchain and what it is building. But I'll keep you informed if and when Milty fills his bags with a little bit of Rune. Anyways, as always, guys, I want to hear from my Cryptowisers. I know I was late to the party on Thorchain. Have you been in this for a while? What do you think of the project? Are you as intrigued as old Milton over here, or are you passing? Let me know in the comments. I always love hearing from you, Cryptowisers. And once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Really appreciate it. If you found value in it, please subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps other people find it. Really appreciate it. And as I said, if you're interested in Bepswap, stay tuned. I'll be publishing another video shortly, walking you through step by step how to use it. Okay, guys, that's it for this video. My name is Milton, saying over and out. Thanks for watching Cryptowise. Hey, don't you forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank ya.